Good thing I can edit. Hi! Okay, so this is the creative assignment for week 6. I'm not editing this. You already know I'm weird. Okay, so we're just not going to talk about chapter 11, which is drug use. Because I'm at my best friend's house, and her parents are in the living room, so let's not talk about cocaine. So we're gonna go to drinking and alcoholism. Okay, I'm gonna ask you questions.
Okay.
I want to show that we don't really know the facts about certain things because society has just made like this blatant, this is the way that things is. And so like when people think about drinking, they think about certain things from what we see on TV and all of that stuff. So this is my other source. This is Danny, if you don't remember her from the first video.
Hi.
So let me ask kosher things. I'm going to start with my favorite myth reality in the book, okay? And you're going to remember it. That's okay. Black college students are likely as their white peers to drink or drink heavily. True or false?
I didn't think it would matter because a person's a person, but the answer is
false. Okay. Black college students are much less likely than their white peers to use or abuse alcohol. Let me tell you something.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm gonna get black right now. Okay. Do you ever hear of black people drinking? No. I don't understand. I don't know if anyone ever thinks that we drink as much as white people do. I don't know if you know this, but black people smoke a lot. So my dad calls it we smoke our drink because we don't drink. So that's stupid. And then like racially profiling and stereotypically, if someone were to ask which race drinks the most, people say Hispanics. And the first liquor they think of, beer and tequila, because it's too Hispanically labeled drinking things.
That's Irish.
And well, yeah, beer would be an Irish thing. Tequila would be a Hispanic thing. If we have to put beer with Hispanics, I would think like Bud Light, Miller Lite, stuff like that. And then Irish people drink everything. So stereotypically, they drink everything. We're gonna go with the stereotype thing, which was last week that I didn't do a video for.
So there's that.
Hey, but we're gonna do a video. Wait, we're gonna do. Your parents are gonna hate me because the next video is about gay people. All right. Another thing. Okay, I know I said we weren't going to talk about the drug thing, but we're going to talk slightly.
That's fine.
Of it. Myth or reality? People who smoke don't know of the effects of smoking.
Most people do, but I would say the older generations don't, because they were never really aware of it in the first place.
Boom. Okay. The people in my generation, they know. We all know smoking is bad.
But they do it anyway.
We do it anyway. I don't anymore. People of the older generation, 40s, 50s, 60s, I don't think the label was put on the cigarettes about not side effects.
Health issues.
The caution until 70s maybe, because that's when smoking became really big. The smoking of everything became really big. So people back then didn't know that it was bad for your lungs, so you can get cancer from it or whatever. And smoking started as a fad, I think. I don't know how smoking started. Let's not get into that, though. All right. Okay, so Danny.
Okay.
When you think about druggies, give me your physical aspect of what a druggie looks like in your book.
I'm sorry, he looks like one. He isn't, but he has long hair. And that's what comes to mind anyways. Long hair. Normally greasy. Tired look.
You're gonna hate me.
Dark, oily look. Tired look. Red eyes.
And you say that because you've seen druggies or because
Yes.
you've seen them on TV?
Well, we had quite a few in our high school. And they smelled. They smell like skunk. So,
Because they smoke weed.
yes.
And weed smells like skunk.
Yes. So,
And
That's
maybe
another
because
way.
they don't shower.
it's like that one time in Walmart. We walked through and just got
Okay,
hit.
it was one time we walked through Walmart, and I don't know, this girl was like smoking the dankest stuff in the history of stuff because she
poured
walked,
all over herself or something.
she had to roll in a weed field because she walked through Walmart and the whole aisle, everyone was like, so she's just gonna be like,
You have to edit that out.
oh, but I always read the book in all my videos
Oh.
because I don't retain any of this, which is bad because this is my future. If people use marijuana, they will inevitably end up using harder drug like heroin or cocaine.
I think that's false.
Boom. Marijuana is not the cause of drug escalation. The cause is more likely the marijuana users having friends who are already using harder drugs. Okay. In our society, everybody thinks that marijuana is the gateway drug. Can't even. The gateway drug. It's not the gateway drug. Just because you smoke weed doesn't mean you're gonna smoke crack tomorrow. Like,
Unless you choose to.
unless you choose to. It is all mentally up to the person. Weed doesn't mess you up that bad where you're like, you know what? I'm gonna try this drug because I think it's okay. You know, it doesn't do that. You have enough brain to be like, I'm gonna do this. So don't blame it on the drug because society has made it look bad. Blame it on the people who smoke said drug. That's what I'm saying. Truth or false? Mm-hmm. True or false? There's a lot of truth in the popular saying that once a junkie, always a junkie. If we get hooked on heroin, we won't be able to kick the addiction. True or false?
False. I mean, they have treatments all over the place for that sort of thing.
The addiction can go away if the cause of heroin use is removed. In the 1970s, for example, most over 90% of the United States soldiers had been addicted to heroin while in Vietnam, eventually came over their addiction after returning home. The reason was that they no longer had the urge to use it. Okay, so this is why we have rehab. Just because you start a drug doesn't mean you can't stop the drug. They teach you to stop the drug, and they remove you from the environment that's making you use the drug anyway. So obviously, that's false. A lot of people just think that this person used to be a drug head and they can always go back and they always have the urge to go back.
It's just how strong the person is.
Yeah, not after treatment. Here's some things about certain races that you guys probably didn't even know when it comes to alcoholism. And of course, I'm going to start with black people because I'm black and you will deal. Okay. African Americans are less likely to drink, but significantly more likely to become an alcoholic. We just went over this and this wasn't here. Moreover, as they get older, African American heavily drinkers are more likely than their white peers to continue drinking heavily. So apparently we just drink and don't stop, and white people stop. That sounds stupid. How old is this book? My teacher's like, what?
And how much opinion is written into this book?
It depends. Like I said, it's all about viewpoint, what you feel is deviant. I don't think that's right. I think that just sounds stupid. On a high note. 2010. All right, whatever. African Americans suffer from a higher rate of alcohol-related diseases such as alcohol fatty liver, hepatitis, liver cirrhosis, and esophageal cancer. Poor blacks, some researchers suggest, are more likely to abuse alcohol because poverty has caused them to have low self-esteem and little racial pride. Okay. Let me touch on that. I didn't really grow up poor. Right now, we're kind of like the middle class kind of people. well, if you consider me, no, I'm poor. I got $15 in my account and I ain't got no car. So.
And now she has no tires.
And now I have no tires. Because we had a storm here that just
War
of the worlds outside. And my tire was just like. So, I think that I could still become an alcoholic. And I'm not poor. I like to drink because I like to drink. I don't. So I think that's really stupid. But, if they have research behind that and data and charts and pie, whatever, graphs and...
I don't drink, so...
Yeah, she doesn't drink, but then we're talking about black people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about white people. You're white, right?
I would hope so.
Yeah, but you have a... No, I mean, no, not by skin color.
I know.
Do you have a background of, like, being Irish or...
I'm Hispanic, sorry. I'm Indian. But mostly, so...
There's a stereotype about Indians that, because I'm part Indian, that we like to drink and we can't stop drinking. That is very true. Native American people cannot hold their liquor for anything. And I live in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, so there's in Parker, there's a reservation. Most of the Indian population that live in Arizona live in Parker.
Or across the lake.
Or across the lake, or Needles, around this area. None of them can hold their liquor. None of them. None of them. They don't know when to stop. They think that their liquor is Kool-Aid. There is a completely... It's not water. I'm going to stop now. Compared to African and Hispanic Americans, Native Americans have more serious of a problem with alcohol. You don't say. They suffer from higher rates of problems as alcohol cirrhosis, arrests for public drunkenness. That's what I'm talking about. So many arrests here and in Parker because they drink and they go in the streets and party in the USA. I don't understand. I don't. Irish Americans have one of the highest rates of alcoholism in U.S. society. They're as bad as Indians. They wake up and instead of brushing their teeth, they probably drink. I'm a racist. La 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 la.
Don't show this to Andre or Taylor.
They're Irish.
Yep.
I can text her and be like, Irish people drink a lot. And I don't think Taylor would disagree with me.
He doesn't like the stereotype.
Unfortunately, okay, she's talking about a friend of ours that doesn't like the stereotype of Irish people that they drink a lot and they can't hold their liquor. Well, you know what? It's true. So you're going to have to deal with the stereotype. Because some stereotypes now, they're built on truth. It's not only in movies that you see Irish people just, I'm so drunk. That's how it is.
And people stereotype no matter what, so it's not really going to change.
Nothing's going to change. We were talking about that in the forum about race and how people judge that in the intro to sociology class, so we're going to talk about race.
Yeah. Didn't we learn in psychology that people stereotype the second you meet someone? Yeah,
within the first 5 seconds of meeting someone, you judge them by their outside appearance.
No matter what, no matter how good of a person you are, that's what you do.
Let's see, when I met you...
You said I was the kind of girl that you would bully.
Yeah. When I met her, she's my best friend, but when I first met her, I was like, she's the kind of girl that I would punch in the face. Because I'm a bully. I used to be bullied, so it made me put a guard up and start bullying, out of nowhere. So if we were in middle school, she'd be the first girl I would punch. Because she looked like I could punch her.
So I didn't want to talk to anyone, her included.
Yeah, she didn't want to talk to me I would come in, Daddy! 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 And now we're friends. And I still, Daddy! All the time. And sometimes she doesn't want to talk, especially early morning. Daddy! Daddy! So. But yeah. What did you think about when you first met me? That I'd eat you?
You were very angry. So I wanted to stay away from you.
Truth. So, that's it for this creative assignment. We have 4 more videos.
Okay. Come in!